Well,
I just don't know. I don't know what kind of hope I have for my kids and my grandkids and what their future going to be like in this nation. I'm not worried about me. I've had a full life, and I'm not really worried because I know God. But I just get incensed when I see what these people are trying to do to my family, to my friends, to my neighbors, to my country.
Well, Frank, and I've said this on the air before, and I've never gotten any angry phone calls or any angry emails or threats over this one. I said, the women's suffrage movement and giving the women the right to vote, it's all touted as a wonderful thing, equal rights, and the Helen Gurley Browns, and let's burn the bras, and I am woman, and I'm in competition with a man. I said to my wife the other night, I said, do you realize what the responsibilities were of the woman with raising the children? And the man had to be Cro-Magnon and go out there and slay the dragon and butcher him and drag him home. That he took the risk, and he took more importantly, he took the obligations of providing for that family while the woman was there to take care of the children.
Yeah, and that's why I'm used up now. But, I always had a refuge because my wife knew what her biblically mandated purpose was, and she's fulfilled it wonderfully. She's a pastor's daughter, but I just get so frustrated because sometimes I feel like we're alone because we have a couple people we can talk to about what's going on, but most of them just look at you with a blank stare.
Well,
most people around here are not awake, but I hope that they're beginning to be awakened.
Well, and coming out of North Carolina, that's not exactly heartening news for me.
Well, I'm in the western mountains, old bear hunter, but and a lot of us here are fiercely independent. Appalachia.
Not too long ago, some of your people there were shooting revenuers. So when did they get the idea that nothing's wrong? Frank, hang on a second. We'll get to all of your calls. We'll be right back. I would urge people to go to the website and check out the video Camp FEMA. This was a presentation that was done a couple of months ago, and if you don't think this can happen here in this country, they've got to do something with all the rabble-rousers, all the people out there that still believe and they have faith, and they're against the UN, and they believe in the Constitution, and you're the disenfranchised, you're the now terrorist. I would highly suggest, ladies and gentlemen, you pick up a copy of that and watch it, and then watch it again. I just watched it again myself today. It's very chilling. I mean, we've done this stuff before in this country, and people are going, oh, no, they're still in denial. Oh, the government will never do that to us. Really?
Preemptive strike.
Yeah, then why am I classified as being a terrorist? Because I hate corruption? I love my country? I have standards?
Yep, that'll do it every time. By the way, Stuart Rhodes is one of the speakers at the Freedom Summit this weekend.
Yes, he is. And, I had Ernie on the program yesterday for about a half hour, and he's not even speaking at his own event.
Well, he says he's the warm-up guy. He starts up in the morning, says hi to everybody.
Oh, that's when nobody's awake.
Yeah.
I did that one Sunday morning at the Freedom 21 conference. I literally had to wake people up.
I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a good gauge of something. I don't know what, but it's going to be a good gauge of something.
I'm bringing a friend out with me. I don't think you've ever met him, Robbie. This guy blows me away. I'm going to be stuck in a car for 30-some hours, and this guy is a walking library. So I'm going to show up with a friend out there, so stand by. Ken in Indiana. Hello, Ken. Hi.
Listen, I listen to your show here in my car on the radio, but I get a lot of static. Is there any other stations? Because I'm coming across a 93.3 FM, and I wanted to, I can only pick up bits and pieces of what you're saying on the air because of the static.
Well,
I'm very interested in your show, and I'll tell you what, I got interested in this when Obama was running for president, and so was the one that talk about a lot.
Oh, we've talked about all the criminals. Which one in particular?
What's his name? Ron Paul.
Oh, yeah.
And just by chance, I was shopping in Myers, which is a grocery store here in town, and this guy come up to me out of the blue and asked me if I've ever heard of Ron Paul. And I says, well, yeah, I've heard of him. He said, well, I got this radio station I want you to listen to. And I didn't know him from Adam. And he gave me this 93.3, and ever since then I've been listening to it whenever I can. And I find your show very interesting, very, very interesting.
Ken, there's a couple alternatives to that right now, and we thank the guy that you're actually listening to a micro station. So do you have a computer at home?
Yes, I do.
Go to republicbroadcasting.org. You can listen to the live streaming and the repeat programs, no charge. If you find something you really like, for a whopping, what are we charging, $1.33 a month? You have full access to all of the archives. And if you really want to pick up at home, and just for an investment, $1 of buying a satellite, if you go to republicbroadcasting.org on the right-hand side, you can pick up your own KU band satellite and not only listen to this network, but programming like it. And you can listen to your heart's content. And here's the neat thing about it. Once you buy the dish, and it's only a couple $100, once you buy the dish, there's no charge for the programming.
Okay.
You know what I listen when I want to listen to the network in my car? I use my iPhone.
Your iPhone?
Yeah, I've got this adapter that you can get with an iPhone that you tune it to your AM station. There's a little LED reader, and it tells you hit the button, and it tells you what FM station to tune to, and you tune to it, and you pick up the network. Technology's an amazing thing.
I guess so. But John, that $1.33 a month you were talking about.
Yeah.
Where do I send? How do I subscribe to that? Because I tried getting into the archives once before, and they said I had to belong to this, and I really didn't have the time at that time to figure out how to do this. But I'm glad I got you on the phone.
Okay. Yeah. Well, there's one of two ways you can do it, Ken.
Okay.
You can just call the office here and go up to the website, republicbroadcasting.org, call the network, or you can actually do it online.
Okay.
Okay?
All right, and then you guys take a check or money order?
We'll take check, money orders, FRNs wrapped in foil. We don't care. All right?
I've been listening to about that FRNs, and I'm getting ready to start, buying a little bit of silver and gold here at, a little bit at a time, because what you guys have been talking about has really fascinated me, and I'm a little bit scared, to be honest with you.
Well, and Ken, don't feel alone. There's a lot of people out there that are wandering around, and they don't exactly know what direction. But for 17 years, and I've done 2 networks now, I've tried to point people in a direction for the information, for their survival needs, their insurance policies, and whatever. So continue to listen to the network, and don't be afraid. That's the tool of our enemy, intimidation and fear. And quite frankly, they don't bother me in the least. And I find people find it ironic. And this starts the thing that, it must be a government plan. I don't have the feds coming after me. I don't have the FBI or people beating on my door or threatening me, because they've already done the psych profile. They know it ain't going to work. So I give these people little or no thought whatsoever.
Well, they turned Hal Turner,
Well, yeah, look at the nutbag Hal Turner was. But anyhow, Ken, there's different ways you can do that. You can get your own home satellite, or stop down to your local Radio Shack and just talk to one of the guys in there. They sell all those little doodads, and you get a handle on it.
Okay, now that website you guys were just talking about just a few minutes ago, you said you could pull it and see what some kind of revolution or whatever these guys are doing, and you said don't think can't do it in this country.
Camp FEMA. That was actually a video done by Gary Franchi and William Lewis.
Is it on your website?
Yes, sir, it is.
And how's that spelled?
Camp FEMA.
Yeah.
FEMA. FEMA. Camp FEMA.
FEMA. Okay.
Yep. All right.
I greatly appreciate talking to you, John.
Okay.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank you, Ken. Appreciate it.
Okay, thank you.
All
Keep
right.
up the good work.
Well, we will. With support, we're going to continue to grow. By the way, folks, I've been lacking in doing this. I haven't done it in a couple of weeks. If you call the network, and just like that fine gentleman, and I know what Myers is, by the way, they're all over the north and northeast, that walked up to you and said, hey, you should, give us a call here at the network, 800-724-2719, and get the generic RBN business cards. And it doesn't have anybody's name on it or anybody's schedule. If you find something that you like on this network and you're talking to somebody and you want them to become a part of the educated masses out there rather than the generally dumb public, 100 business cards, and we pay the shipping on that. It's $8 per 100. And keep these at the ready. And in your daily conversations,